What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. Got a couple of quick and excellent duels for you guys to check out. Our first duel is going to feature a couple of machine decks getting it on, battling it out. We got Cyber Dragons up here at the top and Super Quantums at the bottom. This is almost a mismatch on paper. I'm not saying that because I think that like Cyber Dragons are so much better than Super Quantums, but honestly, this is just like one of the worst matches, or worst matchups, I should say, that Super Quantums should have, mainly because we know Super Quantums want to go for Great Magnus. It's such an incredibly difficult card to kill if you don't have a Kaiju or something of the sort. However, Cyber Dragons do have access to the Contact Fusion, and that's one of the reasons why Cyber Dragons seemingly are always relevant against decks like Sky Striker and really any deck that uses the extra deck, but especially against machine type archetypes. They can just Contact Fuse with Great Magnus, and there's nothing that Great Magnus can do about it. So you just kind of have to lose your card for nothing, basically. I guess you get some monsters from the graveyard, but it's still not like a great matchup. Anyways, we can see that Super Quantums are starting out with Beatrice, or excuse me, not Beatrice, a Cherubini play, and it's backed up by Brilliant Fusion. I'm starting to see more and more Cherubinis in these duels, which is actually pretty interesting. Super Quantums, one of the few decks still rocking with Brilliant Fusion, outside of like obviously Gem Knights. They're never going to drop the card. I still personally like the Link 3 for Super Quantums. I know a lot of people were very disappointed with the support, but I don't know, man. I just see a card, and I see these Super Quantum players draw 3 cards in a turn from it, and I just think that's pretty awesome. So you can see each time that he is going to Exceed Summon, he will draw some cards. There will be an Exceed Summon first with the blue layer, then with the white layer, and then ultimately he will go for Great Magnus, and that's 3 cards drawn in a turn. It's pretty legitimate in my opinion. Now you do blow basically all your resources going into this setup, so that is you know, not the greatest feeling. I think Super Quantums probably would have benefited from something like Soul Charge, but obviously that card is long and gone. Anyways, Cyber Dragons just gonna drop Cyber Dragon Hurts, instantly gonna Contact Fuse, and when I saw that, I mean, my heart just hurt. I was like, man, there goes all your hard work just dying to a freaking Cyber Dragon Hurts. Now the thing is, I really expected him to do something different here. When he summoned Seeger, I thought that he might Contact Fuse again using the three Super Quantum Exceed monsters. Like I thought, I was like, okay, well, he can easily just Contact Fuse again because Seeger does count as Cyber Dragon on the field. He says he has the Cyber Emergency, but he's going for a different play here. This is interesting. He's going to go ahead and Power Bond. Fair enough. He's going to pop his opponent's Brilliant Fusion, looking to get obviously more attacks, and this is fine cranking it up, but he's not able to do any battle damage, so, or not enough battle damage to kill his opponent. I thought that that was obviously a missed opportunity, and this is where the recovery aspect of you know, the Super Quantum or Super Quantul deck actually comes in play. He is going to go ahead and he's going straight for that Link 3 if I'm not mistaken, and obviously, you know, when he does that, he's looking to draw a bunch of cards, so that'll be obviously pretty nice. He's going to go into the Link 3, and now he just needs to get his Exceeds on field to try to fill his hand back up. He's going to pop the copy of Rampage Dragon. That was cool. Now he draws 1 card. Looks like he's just giving up his field spell, and he goes right back into Great Magnus, and he draws a card during the process, and wouldn't you know, that is just enough damage to beat his opponent. I don't know if Cyber Dragons threw that duel or not. I mean, obviously you're not supposed to run stuff like Cyber Dragon Veer. Like, who runs? No, nobody runs Cyber Dragon Veer anymore. But yeah, I feel like maybe there might have been a way for him to get game during that last turn, or maybe I'm just overthinking this. Anyways, he takes the W in that duel. Second duel, gonna see Pendulums against Aromages, because Aromages they're getting supports and Chaos Impact. I actually thought here, man, now maybe this is I don't know, maybe it's just because of the decks that I play, but if my opponent just starts out with a Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood, I'm just gonna pass turn. I mean, I think that's because I'm a control player. I play decks with a lot of back row. Maybe Pendulums are like, they can't do that, because you basically get a +1 and you get half your opponent's life points, but I guess it is kind of risky ending with no monsters, and maybe Pendulums don't have the ability to stop. He is going to press on, and he's going to end up with a very solid board. Obviously, anytime you get Electromite off, it is pretty nice. He's playing Spellbook of Power, which is interesting. Guess it can be some spicy tech going second. he is going to activate it even going first, and what that's going to do is just put his negations online. So for any of you wondering, like, wait a minute, Cap, why would you use Spellbook of Power when you don't have a battle phase? That's not a 200 IQ play, that's a negative 200 IQ play, but he just needed to get his spell counters on board, or he needed to get his monsters with spell counters, so I kind of understand it. His opponent is throwing out that negation really quickly on the Aroma Laurier. He did special summon that because he has more life points. I don't know if I would have used a negation on that. Looks like he's using both negations really early in this turn. He's going to use Jasmine to draw a card, then summon Rosemary and Angelica, and this is going to be the next level cheese. See, this is why you shouldn't have gave this boy all these life points, because guess what he's going to do? He goes into an old school card that don't nobody play anymore, Ancient Sacred Wyvern, which is yeah, it's almost 16,000 attack. He's going to be able to attack into the Electromites and just one-shot his opponent. Massive damage there. Even if he attacked into the Sorcerer Supreme or the Jackal, it really didn't matter what he attacked. He just had way too much damage, and his opponent was not going to be able to recover. He didn't use any spells and traps for him to get this negation off with the Mighty Master of Magic. I'm just going to call it Sorcerer Supreme. I hate the TCG name of this card, but that was actually pretty interesting. Going into this Super Cheese card, this all could have been avoided if he just would have stopped on that Spooky Dogwood. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed that short duel. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.